Welcome to the Art of Report Formatting class. So, to introduce myself, my name is Maurice Babatunde Majid, and I'll be putting you through report formatting. Actually, I'm aware that some of you are versed in some aspect of it before, but I feel that there are some parts that you might not actually be paying attention to. So either you are an expert in report formatting before, or you are a newbie, you have something to gain from this tutorial. So as I said, my name is Maurice. So on the norms in the department, if you are coming back from your COS, you have to bring your logbook that has been signed by ITF and your IT reports also. So I think it is better for you to actually know the best way of writing the report now, so as to avoid losing some marks. Yeah. So let's get started. Overview. So this when you are writing your report, you can see my screen. So the first thing is the front page. So I will show you a standard manner of formatting the front page. After the front page, we have the letter of transmittal. I'll also show you the format for that. Then after the letter of transmittal, we have the abstract, we have the dedication, acknowledgement, table of content, list of figures, list of plates, list of tables, list of abbreviations. Now, the way I've arranged all these headings, that's the way it has been arranged in the textbook that is called Technical Report Writing Textbook, which is the standard that is used in the department. So I want to implore you not to deviate from the standard of the material of that particular textbook. And I want you to pay attention to something. The third heading that I put here, abstract. Some people will tell you it is executive summary. Some people will tell you it is abstract. Now, what is abstract? What is executive summary? Abstract and executive summary serve the same purpose, but the major difference between the two is that if you are working in a company and you're writing a report, so your summary will be executive summary. But if you are in the academia and you are writing a report, then you write the report and you give it a heading that is called abstract. So that's just the major difference between the two. So abstract and executive summary are the same, only that where they are used is different. So dedication, then chapter 1, you see the way I've written it. So I will show you the standard manner of writing all this, but this is actually the way it follows. This is the way it follows each other. So, and look at it very carefully. You see list of figures. You see list of figures here. List of plates. List of tables. This is the way it is arranged in Technical Report Writing Textbook. So try and follow this method. Then after chapter 1 introduction, you have chapter 2, which is literature review. Chapter 3, because you are writing report based on your COS. So obviously after your literature review, the next chapter will be chapter 3, which is technical experience and skills acquired. People will say technical experience and skills gained. You are correct. Chapter 4, problems encountered and how they were solved. So the problems that that was experienced on site when you were interning in that company or on that site. So just give us an idea of it. Then chapter 5, conclusions and recommendations. Then after chapter 5, we have the references and appendices. So I'll put you through how each of these headings look like in the real sense. So let's get started. Now, before we go, there's a tip at the top of this my slide. It says write all heading 1 in capital letter. This is very, very important. Your heading 1 should be in capital letter. You see the way I've written it, so that it will be very obvious and to be very glaring. Heading 1 in capital letter. You see the heading 1 say it is in capital letter. Then your heading 2 should be like the way I've written the heading 2 here. That is, the first letter of each word should be capitalized. Then heading 3, the first letter of the first word will be capitalized, while the remaining words that follows, all their first letters will be in lowercase. So it's only the it's only the first word that will have capital letter for heading 3. The other words will be having small letter. So you see, you actually get familiar with this in the other slides. Introduction. So in your introduction for your COS, you write important points from the background of the study. Before I go to introduction, actually, you know, I listed letter of transmitter and all these ones. I believe that most of you have already gotten how to do this, so that's why I want to just go straight to the point. So that is chapter in introduction. You know how to do all these ones already. List of abbreviations. When they say list of abbreviations, that is those abbreviations that you used in your report. And you know, as civil engineering student, or let me say engineering students generally, you know that there's no way you say you go for internship that you will not measure. So that means meters will be under your abbreviation, which is small letter M. You just write small letter M, you write small letter M dot, then you write the meaning meters. Then what other thing is very common for civil engineering students? And ASHTO. Let's say you work in you did internship in transportation sector, so you add something to do with ASHTO code. So just say ASHTO, double A SHTO, ASHTO. Then you write the full meaning. So that's what this list of abbreviation means. Then you know the remaining aspects. So let's go back to the introduction. So under the introduction, you write the important points from the background of the study section of your internship or COS. Also, you write important points from the signals of the COS. And you can also go deeper by, giving us a brief history of the COS, the reason why it was established. If you remember, before you go for part 3 COS, you were given orientation about the reason why COS was established, the year it was established, all this stuff. So you can just help them package it in this introduction, and then you give them some little objectives, and then you move on to the next chapter. But before we move to the next chapter, which is chapter 2, let's look at this introduction properly. Let's look at an example. So I'm going to exit my view now. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so let me just put you through. So this is letter of transmitter. This is the format of the letter of transmitter. This is how it looks like. So the abstract also, this is how it looks like. Then dedication, acknowledgement, table of contents. I will still take you back to the table of content, but let's go into because that table of content also, there's a way you have to do it. And mind you, what is done here is not correct. This table of content here is not perfect, so there's a way you have to perfect it. So list of figures, you see, if there's plates in your report, put list of plates, then list of tables, list of abbreviations. So can you see COS, student industrial work experience, ITF, industrial training fund, NIH Nigeria, and the likes. So those are the then appendices also. So chapter 1. So under the chapter 1, so just give us a brief history of COS or ITF and package it there. And I want to also pay attention to another thing. You see this chapter 1. So this introduction is supposed to be under this chapter 1. But if it will be maintained as this, if you want to follow the way it is written here, that means when you write chapter 2, then you must write 2.0 literature review. But the best manner of writing this is like this. Let me open another document. So the file is corrupted. There should be another one. There should be another file. Pardon me. There should be another file. Let me see this. Where is this Microsoft Word corrupting a document? Okay. Okay. So this is what I'm trying to talk about. You see, so chapter 2 is written at the top. After that, chapter 2. So what does that chapter 2 entails? Technical experience gained in manual design. Now let's look at chapter 1. Let's go back to chapter 1. You see, chapter 1. After chapter 1, the next thing, what's that chapter 1 entails? Introduction. So you see that there's nothing like 1.0 beside that introduction. So you must pay attention to stuff like this. It's part of the technical aspect of what you're going to mark in your report. So chapter 1, this. Then after that, you have your heading. You have your headings. So this is your heading 2. This is your heading 2 now. Pay attention to this. After writing your heading 2, that is 1.1, then brief history of COS. You see, if you observe this very well, you see that the first letter of each word here is capitalized, except for prepositions that are there. So that's the manner in which you write your heading 2. So let's look at another one. Now this is heading 3. This heading 3, you see that the first letter of the first word is capitalized. The remaining words will be in lower cases. The exception here is because COS cannot be written in small letter. It must be in capital letter all through because it's an acronym. So it might not show what I want to actually depict here. Let's look at this 1.21. So you see this 1.21. Let me highlight it. Where's this highlightation? You see this 1.21 company organogram. You see that C is starting with capital letter, while the remaining word is in lowercase. Let's look at another perfect example. Okay, I think I have to reopen this MS Word because we still need it. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. Try and observe this. Look at this heading 3. The beginning of the first letter is of the first word rather. The first letter of the first word is capitalized. The subsequent words are in lower cases. So this is the way you write your heading 3. Look at the way we write heading 2. 1.2 aim and objective. You see, first word, the first letter of the first word capitalized. First letter of each word is capitalized, will be capitalized. You see this aim and objective of the study. A is capitalized, objective O capitalized, study S capitalized. So this is the way you write your heading 2. So look at this chapter 1 introduction. Chapter 1 introduction. So you're heading 2. This is your heading 1. Chapter 1 introduction. That's your heading 1. Then heading 2 1.1 general background. Do you see that? Now to drive home my point, so we are going to do a little exercise before I move on. MS Word. Okay, let me copy. Okay, let me copy from any available document here. Okay, this should do. Select. This will do. Select. So I want to copy. So I want to show you all the grammar that I've been blasting since morning. I want to show you everything now. Release this thing. Now, thank God I even opened this page. Now pay attention. Once you open your document, before you go too far, ensure that you adjust every part of it. Ensure you do the necessary things. I don't want to jump any step. Okay, let me just show you. There are some things that I want to show you. So look at this. Chapter 1 introduction is not formatted properly, so you have to format it. So what are you going to do now? So you come to chapter 1 as it is. This is chapter 1. This is our heading 1. This introduction also is part of heading 1. So what you're going to do is highlight the two. But before you do that, the standard in the department is that all your words should be, the font type of your word should be Times New Roman. So the font type is Times New Roman, and the font size is 12 points. Don't forget that. Times New Roman, 12 points. And then the spacing should be 2 all through. I mean double spacing all through. So let me show you all what I'm talking about now. So the first thing I said, before you go too far in your documents, because if after you've written everything and then you now start applying all these formatting that I'm talking about, it might later disturb your document a little, that you might have to start rearranging again. So the best thing is that once you open a blank document, before you continue, before you move too far, go to the font type, highlight all the pages, Ctrl A, highlight all the pages, pressing Ctrl plus A, then come to the font type Times. So all your documents is in Times New Roman. Apart from that, come to the font type, highlight document again if you have read this before. So come to the font size, 12 points. Even your heading, don't forget, the heading of the document is also 12 points. The heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, body text, everything is in 12 points. Now, after that, I said, so you can also highlight again, Ctrl A again, come to spacing, double spacing. I hope you are following me. Now, after that, you are not done. You see your document, you see that on this right hand side, there is a kind of uniformity on this left hand side of the document. But if you come to the right hand side, you see that this side goes inside, this other one comes out. So you don't want it to be like that. You want it to be uniform. So highlight your document again, Ctrl A, apply this justify, Ctrl J. So just come and click here, or you press Ctrl J as indicated. So Ctrl J. So once you press Ctrl J, all your documents will be justified. So Ctrl A, Ctrl J. Okay. So it must be justified. Now, why is my document not justified even though I've pressed Ctrl A? So this is also the limitation of copying. So maybe as you are writing, you are trying to get some idea from ChatGPT or Google Bard. That's not bad. But if you copy it without formatting it, it will scatter the document. It might be bringing some abnormalities. Like now I'm trying to apply justify, it's not applying. So what can you do? So you have to type in the words by yourself instead of copying. You have to type it by yourself. Another thing that you can do is Ctrl A, Ctrl space. Now all the formatting has been removed from this. So let me justify again. It should justify now. So be careful of how you copy and paste. Be careful of how you copy and paste. So that means I have to shift all my wordings one by one before it can justify. Just hold on some minutes. just let me just, okay, this should be enough, but you get my point now. So now remember what I did. So I said highlight everything, font type times New Roman, press enter, font size 12 point, enter, spacing, come to spacing, double spacing. Then you see that this left hand side is actually aligned, but if you come to the right hand side, you see that it's not really plumb, it's not aligned. So to make it aligned, so Control A everything, highlight everything, then come to justify. Now you see the difference. Can you see the difference? Because I've manually entered the, like I kind of manually entered the weights now, so it's justified. It's justified. So you must be careful when you are copying from the word or from somewhere or from another document. Be careful so as not to scatter your document. You see that on the left and the right hand side are justified now, but that's not the only thing that we needed. Before you go too far in your formatting, the left hand side of your document, this left hand side should be 38 millimeter. 38 millimeter. This is what I mean. Can I write it out? So let me type it out. I said 38 millimeter. Can you see what I've written? Okay. So let me write it in such a way that you will get my point. So left 38 millimeter. Right hand side 25 millimeter. Top, the top of your document should be, that is from the edge of the paper to the beginning, to the end of the header rather, should be 25 mm also. Then the bottom should be 25 mm also. So that means all the sides are 25 except the left hand side. Why is the left hand side 38 mm? Because you know that at the end of the day you have to apply spiral binding at the other side of the paper. So in order to just give it more space and make the documents a little uniform, that's why the left hand side is given the given that size of 38 millimeter. Now that 38 millimeter, you're going to apply it. Before we apply it, you can convert the 38 millimeter. So 38 is 1.5 inches. 25 is approximately 1 inch. In some documents you see 0.98, that's okay. So approximately is 1 inch. So 25 is 1 inch again. Then this other 25 also is 1 inch. So let's go and apply it. So don't forget, left is 38 mm or 1.5 inch. The other sides are 25 mm or 1 inch. So let's go and apply that. But before we do that, highlight all your documents first. Then come to layout. This layout tab, and then under the layout tab, come to margin. Now in this margin, come to custom margin. Don't select anything here. It's because I'm used to the different formatting. That's why you see the standard there already. That one, you see this example there. In your own PC, in your own software, it might not be like this. So you have to make it by yourself. So let's come to custom margin. Come and customize it by yourself. Customize it by yourself. So come to custom margins. Then so what can you see something here? You see that all the units, all the values are in inches already. They are in inches rather. All the values are in inches. They are not in millimeter. You can make them to be in millimeter, but since they are in inches, so you can just leave them in inches and just make the little addition that you need to make. For example, top is 1 inch. We have 1 inch already. Bottom is 1 inch. We have 1 inch already. The right hand side is 1 inch. We have 1 inch already. The left hand side is supposed to be 1.5, but it is having 1, so just put 0.5 beside it. So and you've completed it. Don't adjust any other thing. Leave it as portrait. So apply. So apply it. Now you see the difference. You see that this side of the document is bigger than. Come and check it properly. You see that the spacing between A and A is bigger than the spacing between A and A. So I think we are good to go. So if you can achieve this from the beginning of your document, you will not have much problem at the end of the day. You will not have much correction to make. So that's that about that. So that is about it. So the introduction. So let me write this chapter 1 and introduction properly. So I said chapter 1 is the heading 1. So come to home tab. Come to home tab. Click the home tab. Then this, you see normal for this is the normal text, no spacing text, heading 1, heading 2. If you press this down button, you see heading 3. But this chapter 1 is our heading 1. Heading 1. So apply the format of heading 1. But before I apply the format, make sure you highlight it and then position it where it's supposed to be. So let's backspace it. So it's supposed to be here at the top of the page. So give it heading 1. So you see heading 1 is centered and is capitalized all through. So that is our heading 1. Now enter. So you come to your heading 2. This heading 2 1.1, that is the heading 2. Now don't forget about what we talked about initially, that the heading 2, for heading 2, the first letter of each word will be capitalized except for the prepositions in it. So students industrial work experience scheme. So all the words, the first letter of each word will be capitalized. Now if you have acronym in the heading, leave the acronym the way it is. So the first letter of each word will be capitalized. So come to home tab, come to change case, select the button and the down arrow button beside it, and then capitalize each word. Select capitalize each word. Even if there is a for or on or in this heading title, capitalize every each word first, and then come down and just come and adjust the word. I hope that is clear. So that is our heading 1. I mean this is our heading chapter 1 introduction. That's heading 1. 1.1, that's our heading 2. Do you have any other? So that's how you apply it. So let us know that this Nigerian, so I want to perform a magic now. Let us know that this Nigerian solution is our heading 3. That this is having, so if what you have here is 1.1, so that means Nigerian tertiary institution, which we want to make as our heading 3, will be 1.1.1. So that's our heading 3. And don't forget the formatting for heading 3. Heading 3, the first letter of the first will be capitalized, while the other words will be in lower cases. So as it is now, so Nigerian tertiary institutions is actually in the correct format it's supposed to be in. So it's already there. Now another thing I need you to pay attention to is that all your headings, let me type it out. Let me type out the instruction I want to pass across. All headings must be bold. Don't forget this. All headings must be bold. So come back here. I like this. We've already the formatting of heading 1 is already heading 1 is already formatted as bold. So that's why chapter 1 introduction is bolding already. But this 1.1 is not bolding yet. So come and give it that. But instead of doing it manually, you can customize this tab. So I don't want to make things too complex. I've already customized it. So by highlighting this heading 2, then clicking on this style heading 2, it will apply the formatting straight. You see, so it's bold already. So all your headings must be in bold format. So come to heading 3 also. Then come to style heading 3. Let me display it. You see heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. So after you have highlighted this, so click the appropriate style. So it's already bolding. So don't forget, all your headings must be bolding. Either heading 1, heading 2, heading 3. Now you might be thinking, okay, can we make heading 4? No. There's possibility of making heading 4. but department does not really want it to be too complex for undergraduate, so it's advisable to leave it as heading 3 even when you are doing your final year thesis. Let it stop at heading 3. So if there is need for you to break things down to the extent that you are tempted to do to get to heading 4, start using A, B, C formats. Don't forget this. Don't use bullet points. Let me write what I'm saying down. Let me type it. Avoid bullet points in reports. Don't use bullet points. Don't use it. Don't use bullet points. Don't use bullet points. Somebody might be asking, what is bullet points? Bullet point is, let me highlight this. Then you come to this tab here, and then you give it one arrow. It's not allowed. Arrow is not allowed. If you need to do anything like this, what you just do is, instead of using those arrows, which is not allowed, come and use one. You can't use 1, 2, 3 also. You can't use it because it will confuse the reader. So is that you choose this capital Roman numeral, or you come to ABC, capital ABC, or you use small ABC, or you use the ABC that is not in brackets, or you use the small Roman figure. So let's use the small Roman figure, which we used to use inside our class notes. So you see, it's neat. The essence of making it like this, the reason why the reason why a bullet is not allowed is because now I want to, let's say, okay, this document belongs to who can I mention? Let's say it belongs to Kafaya. Now I now want to reference what Kafaya has written in her reports. So I want to mention this. Now she has made this place as bullet points, and I want to reference this safeguarding stuff. So I'll now say, according to Kafaya reports, page so heading 3, then bullet, when I say bullet point 1 or bullet point 2, so you see that it's not actually appropriate. So that's so for going to reference it properly, I can say heading 3 Roman figure 1, very straightforward. So that's the reason why bullet point is not allowed. Hope you are clear. Now we've not put page number, the page numbering. You might leave that one till the end of your document. You might leave that one. So these are the essential ones. So after this, so let's go back to our slide. Okay, so after the introduction, now in your introduction, your introduction can actually have different formats, but look at this format. Look at the way this person did his introduction, chapter 1. So this is the way the person listed it in the table of contents. So chapter 1, introduction, brief description of civil engineering, qualities of civil engineering training. Right, actually, this is CWES. We're not talking about civil engineering reports. Like, you don't get this. I do not buy the idea of defining civil engineering stuff. Yeah. Just start with CWES. You are dealing with CWES. Everybody know you are a civil engineer. Why do you define civil engineer for us again? So CWES, but let's just everybody to his own art. Everything is a art. Actually, writing is an art, so but I don't buy the idea of defining civil engineering again. So CWES, historical development of CWES, blah 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 blah, company profile, this that. So you can actually list your own also like that. And then when you are making listings, you see that heading 1 is in this position, heading 2 recede inside heading 2 by one tab, by the presence of a tab, heading 3 by another tab. So heading 1.1, you see 1.1 you see by entered inside by one tab, 1.11 by 2 tabs, so on and on like that. So that's that about that. I want to show you another table of contents for introduction. Okay. Okay, let's look at this also. So you see this. So introduction, chapter 1. See another format of writing the introduction. So chapter 1, page 1, introduction, page 1. So it's also allowed to, you are allowed to write it in this manner also. So it's also allowed. And then, I was telling you about pressing tab so that your heading 2 can recede inside the little and heading 3 can recede inside the little. At the end of this document, I'm going to show you how you can generate automatic table of contents. So that you will not have to pass through the stress of putting page number and other table of contents one by one. No, that's not okay. There's a way you can generate it automatically. And if the time is not enough, I will tell you where to quickly get on YouTube, where you can just quickly with 3 minute video you can easily learn how to generate automatic table of contents. It's very important. You don't need to be typing it one by one. I'm sure that person type it one by one. No, this is the age of AI. So let's go to the next point. So chapter 2. So under this chapter 2 literature review, write your research question here. So here the highlight under this chapter 2 is that depending on the projects you actually participated in, for example, if you worked in a construction firm, maybe your boss is organizing a project and you are with him there, so that is a construction work, obviously. So there in the construction site, you interact with cement, and I'm not saying that you are a laborer then, no. I mean, you purchase cement, you take stock of cement, you do inventory of sand that was brought in, when to buy the sand, when to buy block, all those stuffs. So under this your literature review now, all those materials that you interacted with during your internship, even though it's maybe 6 weeks internship or 3 months or 6 months, so it's very easy for you to just list those materials that you interacted with during your internship. I mean the materials. Let's just deal with materials first. So those materials, make a list of them. For example, you worked in construction. Yes, you work in construction firm. So what are the materials that you are likely to encounter? Cement, brick, glass, sand, tile, steel, aluminum. You can do a little write-up on each of these materials that you used and the science behind you using them on site. So you can put it under a little review. You can write about the science and engineering behind the methods you used also on site. So that is just what literature review is about. Then you just make some little citation. Maybe who can give me an idea of a popular engineer or scientist? Let's say it's popular engineer. Okay, Engineer Adebayo, the president of Nigerian Academy of Engineers. So let's say Engineer Adebayo now said to save cost, use glass windows. So inside your literature review, you can just say, according to Adebayo in 2022, he said to reduce the cost of materials on site, it is very good to use glass materials. So just say Adebayo in 2022. So that is citation already. So that's just what literature review is about. You cite the name of person that says something, but not throughout actually. But at some point, just give them some little perspective. For example, let's say Elon Musk said in 2022 that you don't need to pay money to learn any course online. So you can also put it there that Elon Musk said there's no need to pay for any course online because you can actually get a lot of courses for free elsewhere. So these are the stuffs. I hope you get it. So now assuming that you actually intend not in construction firm, or maybe combination of construction firm with road construction firm, I mean building construction firm, then road construction firm. So you want to write about the subgrade, the different layers of the road. We have the subgrade, the base course, the sub-base course, we have the surface course, and the surface course consists of the binder course and the wearing course. So you can do some little write up about these stuffs. I am sure you know how to use Google Bard or ChatGPT. So you can just say ChatGPT, give me 4 lines of description of base course using road construction. To give you just right there. And be careful about the way you copy and paste. Very important. Chapter 2, literature review. So inside your literature review also, as you are mentioning those materials, you can be throwing some pictures inside your documents, giving some pictures. So let me increase the let me zoom in this. You see, we have the subgrade, so you can throw in this picture when you are describing the subgrade. So maybe on page 3, you describe subgrade, the base course, the sub-base course, the binder, and the service course. Then page 4, you can just give us this picture, give it a label underneath. You are good to go. Go to another stuff. You get that? So let's look at another picture. Say, okay, maybe you worked in geotechnics. So I'm sure if anybody that works in geotechnics, you actually have you will have encountered something like PI, plasticity index, and liquid limit. So you can just give them a little picture like this after you have already defined what all these stuff in the preceding page. So the next page, just drop this. And mind you, I want to give you another idea. It's because of presentation. That's why I put up to 4 pictures in one page. Actually, in slide, you are allowed to do that. In some slide, not every slide anyway, so that it's not too clumsy. But in your own reports, I beg you in the name of Jesus, put only 1 picture per page. 1 picture per page is very, very important. 1 picture per page is very important. But not assume that the pictures are related. Let's say you want to do before and after, or maybe you want to do what I ordered versus what I got. So you can put the 2 pictures beside each other, but you must give it a caption. Maybe you label the first one as A, the second one as B, and give it a very perfect description. So 1 picture per page. But in a case whereby you can't do without combining the picture, maybe they are dependent, then be ready to give it a very perfect caption. And every picture that you also put in your document, in your report, make sure you give it a caption. And the caption will be underneath. For pictures, caption is underneath. For your tables or values, you put the caption on top of the table. That is the table label. That's what I mean by caption. Table label, the labeling, the description. That's what I mean by caption. Then also, assume that you actually intend in a design firm. So that means you are among those fresh engineers that do not put hand inside cement and concrete. Okay, good for you, corporate engineer. So that means maybe you interacted with water structure software, or Luzas software, or CSI tabs, or Revit, or AutoCAD, or Lumion, or Civil 3D. So you can just give us some little background about those software, like, okay, Revit is written using C++ programming language plus JavaScript. Mole. So, or maybe you want to describe the portal structure for, say, okay, portal structure is actually a software that is built based on finite elements analysis. So you just give us some little description, and after that, what's during your 6 weeks in the office, or 3 months, can you give us some picture of what you were able to lay your hand upon? So just screenshot it from your document and put it in the next page. That's enough for your literature review, bro. That's enough. And then maybe you want to tell us about some other science behind that portal structure, or CSI tabs. Actually, it's all your CHE 30, no, MCH 102, MCH 202, and 201, 202, CHE 305, 306. They are embedded in all these civil engineering softwares actually. So you want to also do some mathematical explanation for, see if you can handle that. It's good for you. So geotechnics also, I've mentioned that before. So you want to write about ASHTO, because you work in geotechnics. There's no way you not want to talk about ASHTO and USCS. ASHTO is American Association of State Highway and Transportation Officials. USCS, you know that, Unified blah blah blah. So you can just give some little, let's say like 2 paragraph about ASHTO, 2 paragraph about USCS. You really literature review already now. Give some little some descriptions and examples and tables, and then maybe some little citations that okay ASHTO so, D something something, ASTM something something. So and then for those who worked in environmental engineering firm, so if you actually work in environmental engineering firm, maybe you deal with water there, so that means you will have heard of TSS and SS or TDS or chlorination or water purification system. So you can give us background information about all this total suspended solid or solid or total dissolved solid and the likes, or the presence of chlorine in water and the like. So you can, and if you actually like to put all these stuff there, it's not hard and fast. You can just grab one textbook, read it, and then interpret it, and then write it in the way you understand. You understand it. I didn't say you should copy the textbook word for word. I mean, read the textbook, then you can now write it in your own word in the reports, and then you put proper citation also. Okay, I got this idea from the textbook, from so textbook. So you can, let me give you an idea of how citation looks like from this document. Where's okay. Let me show you an example of citation in literature review. And don't be scared that okay, you don't know all these things I'm talking about. No, don't be scared at all. Nobody got it from heaven. But when you came to this earth, God said, I will never leave you, I will never forsake you. So don't be scared. So you see this, okay, I got this idea from United States Department of Transportation 2017. So after saying what they, after framing what they said in my own word, I just put citation that okay, I'm not the one that framed this thing by myself. Like I'm not the original owner of the word. So I want to reference the person that actually stated it. Then let's look at another one. Rogers and Enright 2016. After saying what they said in this line, I put the reference that okay, Rogers and Enright. Let me highlight this thing. Rogers and Enright in 2016, they were the one that said this line. Let's look at another one before we go. Now look at the example of what I'm talking about. I said one picture per page. Can you see this? One picture per page. Very neat. Who will see this? Who will see this and will not want to give a very good score? So let's look at another one. Spite 2016. So after seeing what Spite have said, you can just write his name and the time, that the date when he said it. And if there are two, maybe about 3 people said, maybe Femi, Adedoyin, and Samuel said it. So you can just say Adedoyin, comma. You can say Adedoyin Eto, and you are good to go. Let me give you an example of an Eto kind of reference. I hope I will see it faster. Time is going. I can't we will later see it in the document at another time. Okay, let's move on. So that's that about that. So you can use your imagination to pick and write about other relevant theories relating to what the specialization that you worked in or intend in. So chapter 2, literature review. Now you see structure, types of building, load bearing wall. So just like chapter 1, your heading 1 will be the test, your heading 2 will recede inside by 1 tab, then your heading 3 2.2.1 will recede inside by 2 tabs. And this, I say you should not do it manually. There's a manual in which you can do it. So in case the time is not enough here, just go to YouTube and say generate, how to generate automatic table of content. You will see a lot of tutorial video on that. So literature review, you can see this clearly. So see literature review 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Then this other 2.31, it depends on this pavement structure. So that's why it's seated inside as heading 3, and on it goes. So let's go to chapter 3, technical experience and skill acquired. Now under this technical experience and skill acquired, maybe you are even selfish. You've not been giving us picture before. Under this section, you have to just pack most of your pictures inside this section, because you say you are telling us that okay, you gain some technical experience and you acquire some skills. We did not even see you holding hammer. We did not see you using theodolites. We did not see you wearing helmets. And you said you did history. It's not good now. So you have to put the pictures. So here in chapter 3, you put all the pictures. Not all, rather. You put enough pictures. And the pictures that you are putting, ensure that they actually bear your face. I mean, your identity is in that picture. We are seeing you in the picture. Because another person can just pick the same picture and that will not make sense. So you must feature in that picture. You must feature there. You must feature there. So that we actually be sure that okay, you did the internship, you actually have the experience and the skill that is required. Like as you can see now, this is the intern here. He's focusing on the pouring of concrete. As you can see here now, this is the intern monitoring batching of concrete. So this is not really ideal enough, except maybe you just want to tell us that okay, this is the way they lay the reinforcement, it's still acceptable, but as much as possible feature in the picture you are trying to give us. So for those ones that intend in design firm, you can tell one of your fellow IT mates to snap you as you are designing on laptop, put the picture there, or just give us one of your own handwork like this one now. So this is a basement. This is actually a design by me. So and okay, this is the roof. No, okay, this is the basement. This is the basement. So is a car. There's a car park in the basement. So you can give us a picture like this and give us label of what the picture is actually saying. You might not be there when they are looking at the picture. So write the description of the picture. Okay, this is figure 3.2 car park and business indoor car park in the basement. So then go to chapter now. Technical experience gained. Now some people document over the years. Actually, you need to be creative about this report writing. Some people chapter 3 might be other people chapter 4, for example. Now, so that's why I actually cut out these pieces from other documents. You see that chapter 3, we mentioned chapter 3 before as technical experience gained and technical experience and skilled gained. Now this person said technical experience gained chapter 4. So that means the person put some materials, only material. The person put something else in chapter 2, put something else in chapter 3, come and put technical experience in chapter 4. So the person is writing one way or the other. If the person is able to package it very well, I'm sure the person did. So you can also be flexible, but as much as possible, don't make any mistake. So you see that the person actually formatted it very well. Chapter 4, technical experiences gained. You see the heading bolded, heading 1 bolded, all capital, heading 2 bolded, first letter of each word capitalized, heading 3 4.1.1 complete mixture and grade. You see that only the first letter of the first word is capitalized, all the other subsequent words are in lower cases. So observe that. So this is another person. The person also made this chapter 4 as technical experience gained, but the person made a mistake here. Who can tell me the mistake? You see, this 4.0 is not needed. It's not needed. Needed. You don't need it. You don't need it. So remove this 4.0 and put this technical experience gained at this, centralize it, make it to be centered. Then we have 4.1, 4.11 and the likes. Then you are telling us about technical experience gained. Maybe you are the one that is even plastering this wall here. So you can take a picture of, you can give us a picture of where you are working on sites, where you were working, when you were busy, sweating or just flexing. Give us a picture that shows that you are serious. When you are using the theodolite or dumpy level or anything. So let us see activities that you have participated in on site. Now, so I want to emphasize this more. Chapter 3, technical experience gain. Yeah, I want to emphasize this more. 3.1, General overview. What is wrong here? Can you tell me what is wrong here? General overview. 3.11 structural design. 3.1.1.1 blah 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 is not advisable. Yes, it's not advisable. Don't go up to heading 4. As undergraduate, heading 3 is enough. So this is not advisable. Don't follow this. Don't put up to Control Z. Don't put up to heading 4 in your document. Don't do up to that is as a Jew. Heading 3 is enough. Stop at heading 3.1.1 is enough. So don't go to the extent of using heading 4. So look at this now. Another problem there is that you see that this is written in the right capitalization, but it's not bolding. So this is the best example. 3.1 general overview, normal formatting with bold format. 3.1.1 structural design, bolding. So this is wrong, this is right. So take note of that. Now chapter 4, just same as chapter 3. The only difference is just the name 4 and what you're going to write there. Problems encountered and how they were solved. For example, the general overview just give us a little introduction to the problem encountered and how they were solved. Then go to 4.1.1, or you can see 4.2, and then give us idea of the problem that was encountered during your internship, maybe inside the office or on site. There are many places. Even if you are inside the office, there are some problems that you can face. I can give you examples now. For example, if you are in the office, let us know that you worked on site and the construction is going on. They were working with concrete. Maybe the carpenter did not fix the formwork very well. The concrete might budge and then it will slow down the work for that day. So poor quality of formwork causing failure during casting. That's the problem. Delay in material supply. Maybe you call the woman that's supposed to supply timber and she said she's moving it by 9 a.m. This is already 1 o'clock. The timber is not yet on site. That can delay the progress of work. So that's another problem. Discrepancy between the structural and architectural drawings. Yes, you are working in the office. Architects have delivered the architectural drawing to you. Now you have to put you have to position the column in the right place. You now discover that these things are not even aligning with each other. Or maybe the architect have done his own drawing. The structural engineer has submitted his own drawing also. You are the engineer on site. You've checked the two drawings. There is a beam somewhere. When you check the architectural drawing, there was a glass that just went directly upward. There was no beam stopping it. You begin to wonder why. So there might be discrepancy between the structural and architectural drawing. So that's a challenge, and some other things like that. Or maybe you had issue of low quality of material. Yeah, it can also be a problem. So solution that you provide to all these problems, you must be able to actually tell us. Or maybe you are not able to give a complete 100% solution, but you're able to get 80% solution. State it there also. And if you have some picture to back up what you are talking about, still put the picture there. But don't forget, one picture per page, please. Then chapter 5, which is the conclusions and recommendations. Add the findings of your research here. The conclusion and recommendation. Okay, you've gone to the site. Maybe this is your first site experience, or maybe the second one, series 2. So you've been to the site. So then give us an overall idea of what you've learned on the site. What do you see about civil engineering? Do you see yourself being a civil engineer in the next 5 years? Or you want to go into web development? So you can make some conclusions about when I was on the site, I actually enjoyed going to site every day. Every morning I always jump off from my bed and make up to go to the site. So you can just tell us those ones. Then the recommendations, you can give recommendation to the Department of Civil Engineering. Maybe when you were attached for your 3-month series, you were not able to get a placement early. So you can advise the department that they should make a kind of channel between the school and some industry partners, so that they can just link you before you go for holiday. They'll just give you letter. Okay, this and so if you need placements, come to the HOD service, and then they will connect you to industry. You can give them advice like that. Another advice you can give, say, okay, in the class, in the school, they are not teaching you enough practical. They should add more practical stuff. So you can also give that kind of recommendation. Or maybe you want to advise OAU generally that this and this, you can advise OAU. Or maybe you want to advise the federal government of Nigeria. For example, during my own internship, let me give you a very explicit example. During my own internship, the project that I intend, that I was opportunity to intern on, the project has been delayed for more than 6 years. A 3-year project delayed more than 6 years, imagine. So I advise the federal government that they should release the money, the funds for the project as early as possible. You see, the more they delay the fund, the more the project is being delayed, and the price of cement is not going down every day. So it's not really very wise to be delaying or holding back the funds from the contractors or engineers. So they should release this thing as fast as possible, so that the contractors will not even go out of business. And maybe, so you can also recommend, you can give recommendation to ITF, or the Industrial Training Fund. You can give recommendation to them. You can advise them that they should quickly give you your 15K, or they should be paying part 4 students also, or those ones that are in part 5, they should be paying them as well as possible. You can also give recommendations like that also. Or that even when you are there, that they should not be waiting until when you get back to school before they give you your 15K. That when you are there, they should be giving you 20K every month. You can give that kind of recommendation also. References. So here, actually, for those people that are just in part 4 now, the department does not disturb. The department will actually take it very lightly with you, because you've not been taught much about references. But for those ones that are in part 5 now, oh my god, you need to add at least 2 references. Just even if it is for Shakara, just put it there, and you know that to show that you know what you are doing. And there are different references of softwares. There is Zotero. I put the logo of those softwares here. There is Zotero. Let me zoom in. Oh, let me release this. So I want to zoom in. You see, so there is Zotero. It's one of the referencing software. Zotero. So there's also Mendeley. These are very popular. There's EndNotes. There's Citavi. So I said there's Zotero, Mendeley, EndNotes, and Citavi. Now, among all these ones, actually, I enjoy using Zotero. That's the bias actually. All of them are good. It just depends on what you the one that you're able to get first. So I actually use Zotero, and I can give you an example of how it works. I can show you an example. So maybe we should do that now. So to use that Zotero, open the Word document. I might not be able to show you all the process, because one of the problems is that I've already installed Zotero. You can see it on my tab here, Zotero. So one thing is that even actually it's not difficult. Once you have Microsoft Word installed on your system and you want to use reference software like Zotero or Mendeley, so just go on Google, just type Zotero or type Mendeley. So once you get it, you know you used to install apps on your PC now. So just install the app. Once you install the app, it will automatically attach itself to Microsoft Word on your PC. So close the Microsoft Word, install the app, open Microsoft Word again, and voila, it will be installed automatically. It will have attached itself to Microsoft Word on your PC by itself. So once it has attached itself like that, maybe and you've downloaded some document online with it. For me to be able to show you that, I will not be able to cover every part of downloading Zotero or Mendeley here, but I will show you how it works a little. So let us assume that. So I want to do references now. So let us assume that the federal government of Nigeria says something. Okay. So this sentence here, let me read the sentence. Student industrial work stories was initiated by ITL in the United States as a skill training program to solve the lack of adequate practical skills of tertiary institutions products in the Nigerian industry, full stop. Now, maybe I'm not even the one that wrote this by myself. Somebody said it. So I want to actually give credit to the person that said it. So space. So what you just need to do is that open Zotero first on your PC. Zotero, the one that you the Zotero, the referencing management software that you have downloaded. Here I've downloaded Zotero. So open Zotero, click on it. So once you open Zotero, before you can use Zotero or Mendeley, you have to open it first on your PC. Even though it's installed here, you still have to open it. I will have shown before I click that, I will have shown you that it will actually reject my request. So you have to open it first. So actually during my project, I have to download a lot of journals to read. You see the amount. I worked on Asphalt actually. So I have some material and document here. Let me pick a name. So I want to cite Dugal, or let's say a brief review. Application of recycled polyethylene terephthalate in asphaltic pavements. So I want to cite this man's work, Benzai et al. Benzai. Actually, these are Arabian or maybe Middle Eastern people, and one thing about their names is that their names are always combined. You will see Mohammed, Jamio, blah blah blah. So the names are always long. This is not really looking standard. So come to assessment of engineering properties of asphalt concrete produced in Southwest. Oshukunle et al. So this is how to use et al. The first name of the author, and then the other people, because you cannot mention all the people that are involved. For example, now look at this. Oshukunle A is one of the author. Yusuf Ibrahim is also another co-author. Ako Tesar and Abolarin John. So these are 4 people on one paper. You can't be mentioning all of them. So you can just mention, you can name the first author among them, Oshukunle, and then represent the remaining 3 people as a top. Full stop. Now that's your third also. ET, AL must have full stop or period at the end. You would not put full stop, you have not written it. It's very important. So now I want to cite these people inside the document now. So what's the name? Oshukunle. So since I have it in Zotero already, I don't need to highlight it in Zotero. I just need to have it there. And I need to know the name of the person I want to cite. So just minimize it. Come to Word. So I want to cite Oshukunle and Eta here. So I'll now put my mouse pointer here. So I'll go to Zotero. I'll come to the tab and click on Zotero. Then you now click on add or edit citation. So I'll click on add or edit. So it now asks me that, okay, what type of citation did I want to do? Is it American Chemical Society or American Psychological Association, APA, or MLA, or Chicago style? Actually, you use APA style. So just select American Psychological Association, APA. We use APA. We don't use Harvard. We don't use Michigan. We use APA. So click OK. Now when you click OK, it now asks you that, it will now give you a prompt. You see Z as displayed. It will now give you a prompt that, okay, what do you want to do? What's the name of the author that you want to cite? So I'll now type the name Oshukunle. Remember that I mentioned Oshukunle, so Oshukunle. So it will now give me a list of people that are bearing that name. And if it's only one person, it will bring it. So this is it already. Once you just type anything related to it, even maybe you have forgotten the name of the author, but you remember the name of the textbook. So just type the name of the textbook. So let me delete this. Assessment. The name of the material is assessment, not textbook. It's a journal. Assess. So once you type as, it will still bring something. So you see assessment. So it's still one of the options. So I'm looking for Oshukunle assessment of payment. So assessment. So you see that there are different assessments. There are many assessments journals in that Zotero already. But the one that I want is the one that involves Oshukunle rather. Oshukunle. So I'll click on Oshukunle. So it will just give me the way to appear in my document. Oshukunle et al. Instead of bringing all the name of the 4 people, just bring the name of the first author. The main 3 people, represent them as et al. 2016. So I said yes, this is what I want. Then you now press enter. So you see that it has been cited Oshukunle et al. 2016. So that's how to do the citation using Zotero on Microsoft Word. All that is clear. So let's go back to our discussion. So that's how to do references actually. Now, what I've done now, let me show you something else. You know that I've inserted Oshukunle et al. So once you this that's why this referencing software is very sweet. Once you start it using the software, it will automatically generate reference at the bottom of your page. So scroll down, it will automatically generate the reference for you in the document in the bottom of your page. So all these are descriptions. Let me just create a new page, enter a new page, delete. Now I want my references to be here. So references, enter. So remember that this is an heading, so it must be at the center of the page. Then you must give it a formatting as heading something, but you're not focusing on that, you're focusing on referencing. So you already cited Oshunkule in your documents. So now you want to list the reference of that citation. This is what I mean. Come and see the picture of what I want to do before we do it. You see this? So this is what we call references. When you list it like this, the name of the authors, the title of the material or textbook or journal, the location or the source is different. Then the date, the city, the year, and some the publisher, the page number in some cases, and the like. So you see this. So we want to generate something similar to this. So just come to this page. So you now come back to Zotero again. Then this time around, you add or edit bibliography. So you see automatically it's even formatted it. So you see. So that means so now once you are able to do the first one like this, so if you come and cite another person again, so let's do the last citation. So let's cite and now so they just cite to somebody, okay, it is aimed at exposing students to machinery, full stop. So that's what somebody say. So you want to cite the person in that document, so just come to add or edit citation, remember. So just find any name. Actually I have a lot of names there. I can remember James is one of the authors that I consulted. So I also Joby Eto. I have James SCB. So I want to use this James. The name of the person is James Spate. So Spate, I want to use this man. So just select it, enter. So you see. Now once you know that I've referenced Oshunkule, I've cited Oshunkule, I generated reference for Oshunkule. Now that I have cited another person, Spate, Zotero will automatically generate the reference for Spate. I don't need to go and do add a citation again. So let's look at it. You will see that it has added, you see, it has added this by itself without me going to add it again. Except maybe I want to do some little adjustment. Maybe I want to do some adjustment. So I might need to edit it and go to this and go to add or edit the bibliography again. So if you continue to add citations, you don't need to go and click on add or edit by bibliography. It will automatically be adding it once you have done the first activation by yourself. So that's about references. So I said, for recap, chapter 5, conclusion and recommendation, references. Then you list the references. At least if you give them 2 or 3, shows you are serious. Then appendices. Now appendices used to contain, those extra document extra detail that you don't want to put in the main text. So maybe you want to put some calculations that you did. Maybe when your boss during your internship told you to measure the amount of cement to use for a casting, a particular casting. So you can just give us calculation of that without putting inside the main document. You can put it under appendix. You can name it as appendix A, maybe the appendix B. You want to give us some, like maybe 5 pictures of different things that was done, and you don't want to put it inside your main document. You can give it in that appendix B. Maybe your appendix C, you want to give us, let's say, table of figures or something, or maybe extra card drawing that you did in the office or that you use on site. Okay, you did your construction, you want to show us the picture and the card drawing of the construction that you did. You can also put it under your appendices to make sense. Now, software for writing. Yeah. So we are moving towards the end of this session already. So software for writing. Actually, for me, and I will advise every one of you to be using both Microsoft Word and Doc. Google Doc cannot do some of the things that Microsoft Word can do. Microsoft Word also has its own limitations also. For example, some of the stuff on Microsoft Word are paid. Google Docs is free. So apart from that, because of the monetary issue with this Microsoft Word, whenever you are done, especially for those ones that are in final year, whenever you are done, even in part 4 people also, whenever you are done using writing on Microsoft Word, copy your file or make a copy of it, send it to your Google Drive, or copy it to Google Doc, type it down, or send the document, one way or the other, move it to the Google Drive, move it out of your PC. Why am I saying this? Imagine you sweating day and night trying to write a report. Then after maybe 2 hours, your system was running temperature. Then it became hot, and then all of a sudden it crashed. Where do you want to start from? All your pictures that you labeled to acquire, all the overnight gone. So you don't want anything like that to happen. So as much as possible, once you are using Microsoft Word and you are done writing, copy whatever you have there to Google Cloud, or Google Drive rather, or any other cloud service. Copy it there. Then you can sleep. You can go and play. If anything happens to your system, you are still okay for some time. God help us in Jesus' name. So software for writing, I've mentioned that. Then checkboxes now. So this is the last chapter. Checkboxes. Control plus space bar. When you copy a document online, you want to make sure that the formatting of the document online is not affecting the formatting in the text. So what you are going to do is that once you copy from online, so I want to show you an example now. So let's go back to Microsoft Word. Let's assume that I asked ChatGPT some questions. Let's go to ChatGPT. I said, hey ChatGPT, I need your help. Okay, that's giving me answers to one question that I asked. Copy. Then come here. Now paste. I just say paste. Keep source formatting. Do you see what has happened now? I copy from ChatGPT and it gave some stupid highlightations. So I don't want this to be in my document. So what you have to do is highlight the document from where you started the pasting from to the end. Press Ctrl space and the unnecessary formatting will disappear. Let me do that again. Ctrl Z, dilation, highlight the wrongly formatted document in part of the text, Ctrl space bar, and to disappear. That's very important. That's good. You may not know the words now. So let's move on. Another checkbox is justify or center or true. As you are typing, make sure that everything that you are doing is centralized, like it's aligned on the left hand side, aligned on the right hand side also. Like I've actually done that from the beginning of the document. Like this side now is not aligned, so you have to shift this equipment upward. I think we are okay now. Maybe you want to cut off the instruction from this. So I think we are good now. At least just to have an idea of what you are talking about. Paper layout A4, not letter. Yeah, let's go and check our documents. The paper layout should be A4, not letter. So layout, we've edited the margin. Presentation is portrait. We selected portrait actually. We don't tamper with that one, portrait. If you tamper with it, it will affect the whole of your document. So our paper is supposed to be A4, not letter. So highlight everything to be sure. Come to paper size. How did I get it? Let me come again. From home tab, come to layout, come to size. You see, the paper is in letter. It's not supposed to be. It's supposed to be in A4, not letter. A4. So click A4. You see that document has changed a little. You observe. So careful. So let's go back. Okay. Focus reader. Use Google Bard or ChatGPT for clear, concise writing. I can't say more than that. All first page of a chapter must not be numbered. All first page of a chapter must not be numbered. Do you hear what I'm saying? For example, the page that is bearing, the first page of your document should not be numbered. So let's go and check our documents. Not this document. Let's check a particular example. A very good example. Where is movies? Okay. So you see, pivot top bulletin triplet. No page numbering at the top, no page numbering at the bottom. Perfect. Now let's go to page 2 of the document. No page numbering at the top, page numbering at the bottom. That's the standard. So you listen attentively. For your prefatory section, there should not be any page numbering at the top. Your page numbering should be at the bottom like this. So there will not be any number 1, but there will be number 2, the division number 3. Do you understand? So after the prefatory section actually ends on the abbreviation. Abstract supposed to be at the beginning of the document. After your first page, you can quickly put your abstract. After that, after your letter of transmitter, you can put your abstract. After your letter of transmitter, so this of abbreviation is supposed to be the last, not abstract supposed to be at the front for this document. This is an error. So the abbreviation section starts from the front page of the document up to list of abbreviations. After that section, chapter 1 is the main content. So for the main content, your page numbering is at the top. But because we said that the first page of each chapter should not have any numbering, so let's look at it. Look at the heading of chapter 1, no page number. Look at the footer of chapter 1, no page number. Look at page 2 of chapter 1. The heading is having page number as number 2, the bottom no number. So you must number your pages for the main text at the top, either top, middle, or top right hand side. So look at chapter 2 also. No page number at the top, no page number at the bottom. Look at the next, page number at the top, no page number at the bottom. And it is uniform all through the document. It is uniform. And look at the way Zotero listed the references. Very neat. Very neat. Okay. So let's check all those checkboxes. So we have to complete them. So where are we? All first page of a chapter must not be numbered. Previous section should have pages numbered as Roman figures. You've seen the example. Main section should have pages numbered as Arabic numeral 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the checkboxes. Okay, another checkbox, number 8. Margin. I've already mentioned this initially, and we've done that in our document. If you remember, font type times new Roman. I've said it. Font size 12 points all through. Your heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, all your headings 12 points. One picture per page. But if pictures are dependent, multiple reasonable combination is allowed. So avoid use of bullet points by all means. Use Roman figures or lowercase alphabet or uppercase Roman figure. Insert pictures that shows your face being involved in the project. Photoshop pictures are not allowed. They are not allowed. Thank you for listening. God bless you in Jesus' name. So you have my phone number displayed on the screen, so you can contact me through WhatsApp in case you have any question. You can contact me through WhatsApp. Once I come online, I can respond to you. I will respond to you. So have a nice day, everybody.